But on a bigger picture, what Mr. Hunter is doing is he's laying the groundwork for the revival of the HBCU. And what I mean by the revival of the HBCU, making it cool for everybody to go to HBCUs. You know, I went to HBCU, Morehouse College, got it on my chest. I loved it. Great experience. I got praise for going to HBCU. Yeah, the same type of schools that Travis Hunter turned down for football, the football factories. Some of those schools might be considered success factories. I got accepted to them and I said, nah, I'm good. I'm going here with my people. What's the difference? Because I'm not high profile. I'm not a 5-star athlete. I'm a 5-star high school student. You know what I mean? And I chose to go where I went. Why? Because that's where I wanted to be. And I thought that was best for me. But back to Mr. Hunter, not about myself. I'm not going to be a narcissist today. But he's trailblazing, right? And what he's doing is he's gonna make it comfortable for other athletes who thought about going to an HBCU, whether it's their geographic location to the HBCU, whether it's their family ties to the HBCU, whether they go, bruh, I prefer that experience. I want to be around people who are like me, who think like me, but I also want to be able to set myself up to go to the league. Travis is making it easier for those players to make that decision. Now, don't go to just any program. Make sure you're going to a good program. Look at what my guy Hue Jackson did down in Grambling. He got a top quarterback out of the transfer portal. Why? Because Hue Jackson is overqualified to be coaching at Grambling. He's coached at 2 NFL teams. You understand what I'm saying? The Deion Sanders is overqualified to be coaching at Jackson State, but he's choosing to coach there. Why? Because it's bigger than him. He was coaching there because it's bigger than him. Eddie George has never coached before. This was his first season, but what did he do? He went down to Tennessee State because it's bigger than him. Who did he have on his staff? He had Jeff Fisher on his staff. He had Jeff Fisher's son on the staff. He had a type of staff that you don't normally see at your typical HBCUs. Why? Because he could do it. He had those people in his corner. And when you have those type of coaches, when you have that type of profile, you can bring in better players. And when you bring in those better players, you can get more players going to the league. And once you get more players going to the league, others will come. Alabama's always been a storied program, but Alabama was not a football factory, an NFL factory until Coach Saban got there. Why did an NFL factory? Because Coach Saban got there. Because Coach Saban made that happen. And for those of you who don't think that Deion, Coach Prime, Hue Jackson, or Eddie George could make the same things happen at their program, I ask you why not? I ask you why. Why can't they do it? They got some money in their pocket. They got some resources. They got some phone numbers. They know the right agents. They got some relationships with owners, GMs. Probably not scouts anymore because of where they are, but you know what I mean? They have the network, but they also have the perspective of someone who's actually lived that life, who's coached that life to inspire those young men to do something that's bigger than them and still achieve their goals. They can do that. And if you have an issue with that and you look like me, you have an issue with yourself. And you need to work on that.